beautiful day, but today's a little bit special. We got push day, we got some friends coming into town, and I don't know if you can tell, but we're sitting in a new little car, and I'll give you a nice little sneak peek later, but I got some good sleep last night. 72 sleep score, very solid, very happy with it. Only got about like 6.5 hours, but my body feels very well rested. And we also got an extra hour of sleep last night with the daylight savings. So I know that you haven't touched your microwave or your stove yet. And one thing that can make you stand out to a lot of people is if you are punctual and on time. So go change your clocks. I know you haven't touched them yet. I still got to do it. But just a little reminder to you, we want to start the week off right. We want to be locked in, training, diet, punctuality, just overall, we need to be like S tier this week. So I feel like that's one thing that can elevate you to the next level, is just being punctual and on time. I feel like it's something that somebody needs to hear. So we need to set these crazy expectations for ourselves, you know, almost, it's going to sound cheesy, but like you have to shoot for the moon with your goals, your expectations, everything in your life. And it's wild to think that we're already rolling into the new year. Like, I think we got 2 months left, and then it's gonna be 2026. And the days have been going by so slow, but the years go by so damn fast. Like, I feel like, looking back at it, I feel like I was in high school yesterday, and it's creeping up on my, what is that? Almost 10-year anniversary of my like high school graduation. And I'm getting old, bro, and there's so many things that I want to do in life, and I feel like I've been viewing it all wrong. You know, I've been setting these certain goals, and they haven't been big. They've been like decent goals, but they're not the ones where you're like shooting for the moon. And just to put this in like a very generalized perspective, say you made $30,000 last year, and your goal for next year is to make 40. What if you take that cap off, and instead of that 40, you try to shoot for $1 million? And that's a huge jump, but I feel like that jump from 30 to 40 is very doable. I feel like just about anybody can do that if you're really grinding, trying to figure your shit out, and like putting in the work every single day. But without that cap, even if you don't make $1 million, say that's your goal, but if you make 500K, then that's a lot better than 40K. And it's just going to push you so much harder. You're going to work so much harder, because even though there's a lot more work to do, you're going to find you have to figure it out, you know? Like one thing that I'm really trying to do, and I hope that you're trying to do as well, is just be a doer. You know, be a doer with everything in your life. If you say you're going to do something, figure it the fuck out. But you got to push day to day, chest, triceps, a little bit of shoulders, and it's a good day. I'm gonna try to do some heavyweight today. Not too sure how it's gonna go, but I've been feeling pretty good, eating a lot of food. Calories are up about I gotta say, like damn near 2,500 from the lowest point on prep. So we're creeping up onto 4,000 calories a day. Keeping the physique kind of tight. I'm getting a little watery, getting some like fat back into my face, but I don't mind it. I'm feeling pretty good in the gym, and overall, I feel like the physique is holding up pretty well. We'll get a nice little pump check after the workout, but it's gonna be a good day. It's always a good day. Okay, come on. Yep. Yep. Oh, come on. Whew. Yep. Oh, come on, Vaughn. Hey. Whew. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Shit. Typically, I'll try to do a top set between like 8 to 10 reps, but if I get into it and it's feeling really good, then I'll just keep going with it. And that was one of the ones that felt really good. Get a nice little pump check. Fuck. Whew. All right. Since I already feel pretty warm from the previous two movements, I'm just gonna jump to like fairly heavy weight, something I might use as a top set and gauge it from there if I need to go up or go down. But if it's feeling good at like that 6 rep range, then I'll just power through and like I'll make that one of my top sets. But let's get into it. All right. Come on. Yep. Come on. Ooh. Good. Come on. Ooh. Fuck. More. Ooh. 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 No matter what day of the week it is, if I'm doing chest, one thing that I'll always do after a free weight movement like a dumbbell or a barbell is a machine press like this. With that, I feel like you use a lot of stabilizing muscles and it takes away a little bit from your chest. But with something like this, you can really lock in, make it completely chest focused. That's something I really like about this is that you can always have a point of tension. If you don't bring the weight down all the way, but if you set the machine up so you get a really nice stretch, you can keep that tension in the very bottom of the movement and then squeezing up. That's really where you want to get the most out of it, where you're flexing the shit out of your chest during the press. But that was pretty good weight, so probably keep that. Run, maybe 2 more. It is feeling pretty good though. Really like this chest machine. So I might drop it after that third set. Do a nice little cluster or something to spice it up. Some sort of superset, but feel pretty good today. So this is the cluster set that I was talking about. I dropped the weight about like 20-25%. Now I'm going to go for 3 sets, all in one, 15-second break, and just try to get as many as possible on this first one, 8. And then for that last one, I'll probably fall somewhere between like 4 and 6, but we'll see how it goes. Whew. All right. This is going to be like one of my favorite things because you get such a crazy pump from this. All right, let's go. Okay. Whew. Do a 15-second break. Find yourself a clock. Stopwatch on your phone. Just make sure you get the longest you want to get is like 20. But if you need an extra 5 seconds from the 15, just go for it. But we're creeping up on that time already, so let's get 8. Oh, fuck, it's heavy. Come on. Realistically, I could have dropped the weight a little bit more. Might have been my ego talking, but definitely should have left that at the door. This is a very humbling superset. So if you need to drop it like halfway through, go for it. I'm gonna stick with the same weight though, and try to get 4 to 6 here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Whew. Whew. That's a cluster set. That's always a good one. All right, so we're moving on to some shoulders. I'm not just finished with chest yet. For all my push days, I like to, like the very last movement, I like to do like a nice little superset, a dip and a push up. So I saved that for the end, but for now, we do a standing lateral raise. One thing that has helped me a lot with my lateral raises is going a lot lighter, getting that connection. It's gonna sound silly, but keeping your back tight and keeping your wrist down when you're going up. I feel like at least I get such a better connection. That's something that I pull from my coach. But we're on this one, seated lateral raise, shoulder press. And then since I just did arms, I think it was yesterday. Honestly, I can't remember. But the last workout I did was arms. I'm just gonna do one tricep movement, get a really nice pump going, feel the fibers ripping a little bit. And then I'm gonna jump into that last chest superset. But overall, pump's going really nice right now. And going really nice. Feeling really nice. I guess going really nice could work too. It's not proper English, but I feel like even though English is my only language, I also feel like it's my worst language. So half the time I'm speaking, I don't make any fucking sense. But I'm excited to see the pump reveal at the end. Feeling pretty good. Oh shit. Whew. Since that last ladder raise, there's more like I don't even know how to describe it. Straight up and down this way. I'm gonna go like more of like a 45-degree angle, uh, just to hit a different part of the delt. But for the most part, they're both working side delts. You don't want to skip out on your rear delts or front delts, but I feel like with a lot of pushing movements, you do get the front delt, and then I typically try to train my rear delt on my back days, just because it is on the posterior side of the body. But it just makes sense to me, and it fits in with the program pretty well too. But we're going about 45-degree angle here, so okay. Come on. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Shit. My delts are one of the smaller, weaker parts of my body. Definitely need to grow my back a decent bit too. My legs a whole bunch. But something I'm really trying to prioritize is the delts. Really need to get that nice wide, taper. You know, when you're on stage, my overall goal, is to get Olympia qualification for 2027. But with the whole shooting for the moon thing we were talking about before in the car, I think getting top three is a pretty crazy goal. So that's what we're shooting for. But got to do a whole bunch of growing, and the only way we can do that, train super hard and eat a whole bunch of damn food. So we got about 2 years to do it. So got some time. But like I was saying, time's flying by. So got to make the most of it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Sheesh. That was heavy. That was my last set on this. Overall, just like last shoulder movement. So I think about like 6 there. Previous one I ran 4 for 6, and feeling it pretty good right now. I usually have like an intra carb, like a little fuel packet from Raw. I forgot it, so pretty much running natty right now. But I'm gonna wrap up with that last tricep movement, chest superset, and diving to a little posing, and then gotta hit the grocery store. Gotta get some fruit. So, to say the least, I'm hungry because I'm already thinking about that. Whew. Triceps are feeling it from the other day. So I dropped the weight down a little bit, and I didn't get too many reps on that one, but I'll probably stick to like 2 sets, high rep, quick in and out, and then move on. So, whew, that's all she wrote for triceps. Whew. Hey. 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 Oh, fuck. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. I try to just get as many reps as possible for these, but towards the end of the workout, usually caps at like 10. So it's not a crazy amount, but it's a nice little stimulus to finish the workout for sure. creeping up onto like 7.5 weeks. I did the math post show, and pumps have been really good, food's been up, training's been intense, and I think biggest thing, bro, my headspace after my last show or my previous prep. I was in such a bad headspace for a really long time, almost like 2 years, like a deep depression. But finally crawled out of that, and then we are where we are now. So this is the pump. That's what we're working with. Not too shabby. I feel like I'm keeping it together a little bit. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting watery and fat, but it's part of the off season. So let's go home and eat some food. I'm hungry. I'm officially trademarking this as the daily, but this is what we're working with for post workout meal. And let me tell you, this is something that I genuinely like love to eat because I love fruit so much, and I also love cereal. But I make like a little icing type deal with protein powder. This is 1 scoop of the red velvet, which is my collab protein from Raw, and then 1 scoop of the cream, and it is so damn good. A little bit of salt. We got 120 grams of banana. I think it's like 95 grams of apple, and then somewhere around like 90 grams of Czech cereal. But this is absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried this, take the protein, add little bits of water at a time. Dude, get out of here. Come on. Add little bits of water at the time until it gets like into like an icing like consistency. Put everything into the bowl and just like drizzle it on top. Throw some peanut butter in there if you want, which after a workout is not ideal. But in the morning, whatever fruit you want, some blueberries, it is so damn good. But that's what we got for a post-workout meal. And overall, really good chest day. Everything in the gym has been feeling really, really good lately outside of the gym. I talked about it a little bit, like my mental and everything. And I think one thing that has really brought me to a good place is focusing on myself. And it sounds selfish, but I feel like a lot of my life I tried to get happiness through relationships with like other people, which I don't necessarily like think is a bad thing, because having good relationships in your life, an intimate one, friendships, it's so good to have that social life. But if you don't have like a deep connection with yourself, like I was missing that for the majority of my life. And I always try to get that through other people. And I think establishing that within like the past year has helped me out so much. Even building a relationship with God a little bit. I'm not ever gonna like preach too heavily or push religion on somebody, but just have like daily communication between me and the creator. It's like it almost like grounds me. I feel super grateful for everything, super blessed for everything. And it's even like the little things, like something as simple as this. I am so happy that I'm fortunate enough to eat that, because a lot of people don't have the ability to. But yeah, it's a really humbling thing when you think about it. And it's brought a lot of peace into my life, because even those conversations that I do have with God, it almost serves as like a little bit of a reflection for myself. And when you do spend some time like digging deep into yourself and like pulling the bad parts out of you, pulling the good parts out of you, I think you truly learn who you are as a person. And a lot of my life, I had no idea who the hell I was. And it took me in many different directions. I was persuaded very easily by certain people. And I feel like I didn't have like a grasp on, you know, what I fully wanted to do. And I kind of just went with the flow. And when you go with the flow, sometimes you get pulled in the wrong direction. And I'm very happy that I established that relationship with God, and, you know, even with myself. And if you are missing that, if you feel like you have some sort of disconnect in your life, I feel like the best place to start is looking in the mirror. You know, if you're not happy with that person, try to figure out why. And it's a really difficult thing to do, because I think, you know, diving into your like inner psyche, it's a very scary thing. And you know, when you are changing and going through change is a very, very scary thing. I feel like a lot of people, including myself, I found so much comfortability with kind of knowing what was going on my day to day, because it was so simple. And I was just very comfortable with that. But a lot of growth happens when you step outside of that comfort zone. And there's one thing that you can take away from this video, is that you need to set your goals so damn high that even you yourself think you're crazy. And if you are feeling like you're missing a piece of yourself, just know that it's in there with you somewhere. You just got to pull it out and find it. But this meal is calling my name. I'm very hungry. That was a workout for today. And like I said in the last video, we're trying to get some daily-ish, maybe like every other day type of vlog. Let me know how you like this one. Completely different from the normal style, just like a very raw workout. But I appreciate you watching. And we've got a huge giveaway coming up. I don't even think I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm going to pull a Tom Holland right here. And we're giving away a truck, a Ram TRX. It's one of like the completely like bodied out. It looks amazing, bro. Like incredible spec. But we're giving that away through Raw. And if you want to support me, use code Vaughn. I'm also doing a huge giveaway, a personal giveaway, this month as well for Black Friday. I'm gonna give away a few of those little like boosted boards that I ride. So it should be a good one. And I'm also packing up everything from last month's giveaway, which was the iPhone, AirPod Maxes, a whole bunch of like raw product and everything. But those are getting shipped out very soon. But thank you again for watching the video. Really appreciate you tuning in. Let's get one more beautiful look at this. And this is going to be gone in like a minute or so. So I will catch you in the next video.